My name is Jeannette Cooper, and I'm here on behalf of Partners for Ethical Care. Just this morning, a mother in our group posted the following, which I've asked to read with her permission. "What if we created a book?" she writes. "I've wanted so badly to let others know that we exist in large numbers, thousands of us. And we also want to talk about it. For years, we were relegated to a secret group on Facebook where parents and loved ones could talk about concerns without being bullied and called transphobic. We wanted to know the risks of these medicines being prescribed. Mainstream media and now questionable organizations encourage transition with talk of puberty blockers and how they're reversible, and that not providing the universal treatment for self-declared trans, gender dysphoric, and non-binary will lead to suicide in children, without having any evidence of this being the case. We were aware of the exact opposite happening, as the suicide rate has not shown a single drop after gender-affirming care. Many of us knew for a fact that their child or teen, as they both overwhelmingly tend to do, was influenced by peers. I asked my own child early on how she realized that she was trans, in a loving way, because this is my precious daughter. She said a friend told her she herself was trans, and my daughter related to what her friend said. She and every other child are still being bombarded with all things trans. It's a really cool idea to a lot of teens in their online gaming groups, and I could list countless other ways it's been in their faces. Professionals practice the pseudoscience of we affirm everyone and pretend trauma response, social contagion, and the influences of social media and mass media have no bearing. So many of us don't believe it is a safe identity to encourage all kids to explore. Extensive research undeniably indicates that teenagers are more susceptible to all three influences I mentioned: peers, social media, and adults who insert themselves as trusted figures. There are many ways that this is being not just accepted or tolerated, which I believe is reasonable, but completely encouraged. If you don't buy into the idea of gender identity, you're a bigot. I'm a bigot. My child is autistic, the mother writes, as I observe at least half of our members' children are, if not more. She has a full vocabulary of every micro-label out there. These kids squeeze themselves into this tight box that leaves no room for learning, growing, or enduring life-changing experiences. There's a labeled excuse for everything they cannot do. This pseudo-trans universe opened up new ideas of how to escape the reality of growing up, ideas that are celebrated. And for a kid who just lost all of her friends during COVID, this is pretty attractive. I'm willing to tell my story and that of anyone else who also feels the need to show others the ugly side of this, and it's important enough that the inevitable bullying and rage from others will not dissuade me. The right time to speak the truth is now. Thank you for listening to the testimony of this mother. I'm honored to read it on her behalf and on behalf of the over 4,000 parents in my group and the 324 who are in the waiting room to get in.